All right, so today we're diving into something I think is on everyone's mind.
Yeah.
Making more money.
Always a good topic, right?
But
Yeah.
here's the thing. This is not going to be your typical,
Right.
skip your daily latte kind of advice.
Yeah.
This is about more than just pinching pennies.
Absolutely.
It's about amplifying your earning power.
Exactly.
We're talking raises,
Uh-huh.
side hustles,
Yeah.
even launching online businesses.
I like it.
This is some exciting stuff.
It is. It really challenges that whole scarcity mindset a lot of people get caught up in.
Oh, for sure.
It's about realizing that your earning potential
Yeah.
isn't fixed.
Right.
It's something you can actually grow and expand.
You know what I thought was hilarious?
What's that?
The source material we were looking at
Mm-hmm.
had this whole bit about extreme frugality.
Oh, yeah.
Like the kind of frugality where you'd wait months for a library book just to save like $2.
Like, is skipping appetizers at dinner really going to make you a millionaire?
It might even work against you in a way.
Really?
Think about it.
Okay.
Every time you're making these like small financial decisions,
Yeah.
you're using up mental energy. There's this concept in psychology called willpower depletion.
Oh, okay.
It's like your brain gets tired
Mhm.
from making so many choices, and it leaves you with less energy to focus on the bigger picture.
So, like, less energy to think about
Exactly.
getting a promotion or something.
Landing that promotion.
Yeah.
Building a profitable side hustle.
Okay. So instead of stressing over every penny,
Right.
we should be thinking about actions that will make a bigger impact.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's about working smarter, not just harder when it comes to your finances.
I like that.
Let's say you're earning $50,000 a year,
Okay.
and you manage to negotiate a $5,000 raise.
Sounds pretty good.
Seems pretty good, right?
Yeah.
But what if you invested that extra money,
Okay.
even just a portion of it? Wait, are we talking about like compounding
Yeah.
and stuff?
Compounding, it's a game changer.
I've always heard about it, but I'm a little fuzzy on how it actually works.
Okay, let me break it down for you. You imagine putting just $2,000 of that raise
Okay.
into a solid investment that earns, let's say, a modest 7% return annually
Okay.
over 30 years. That could grow to almost $25,000.
Wow.
And that's just from 1 year's raise.
Mm.
Now imagine doing that year after year.
Okay. Yeah.
Suddenly, that seemingly small raise starts to look a lot more powerful.
Yeah. I'm starting to see it now.
Yeah,
It's not just about the money right now.
right.
It's about what it could become later on.
Exactly. It's a shift in mindset.
Yeah.
It's about viewing money not just as something to save,
Mm-hmm.
but as a tool for growth and opportunity.
So are you saying we should all be asking for like $1 million raises?
Not necessarily, but the point is
Okay.
to recognize the ripple effect of your financial decisions.
Right.
Even a small increase in your income, when combined with smart investing, can have a significant impact on your long-term wealth.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we've talked about how powerful even a small increase in your income can be.
Right.
But how do we actually make it happen?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, most people can't just walk into their boss's office and get a raise.
It definitely takes more than that.
Right.
It takes strategy.
Yeah.
And our source really dives deep into the art of asking for a raise,
Okay.
which is something so many people avoid
Oh, yeah, for sure.
because it can be really intimidating.
That could be so scary.
Yeah.
I know, like, I get nervous just thinking about it.
Yeah, like that fear of rejection
Cool.
or not even knowing how to start the conversation.
Yeah, or like worrying you're asking for the wrong amount.
That's completely normal.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Top performers,
Mm-hmm.
the ones who consistently move up in their careers
Yeah,
and see those salary increases,
right.
they don't just hope for the best.
Wow.
They actively prepare for these conversations.
So it's more than just like working hard and hoping someone notices.
Exactly. It's about understanding your value,
Okay.
gathering evidence of your contributions,
Yeah.
and practicing your pitch.
It's like prepping for a big presentation or something.
Exactly. You wouldn't just wing it, right?
Yeah.
You'd practice, you'd prepare.
Yeah,
And it's the same with asking for a raise.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Our source actually shared this great story about a guy named Luke.
Oh, yeah, I remember Luke.
He used their negotiating tactics,
Uh-huh.
and he ended up getting a $5,000 raise.
In just 6 months.
Yeah, in just 6 months.
That's incredible.
I know.
What I found interesting about Luke's story
Yeah.
is that he didn't just focus on what he wanted.
Okay.
He also learned how to avoid some common negotiation traps.
Oh, like what?
Well, for example, who didn't fall for that classic "what salary are you looking for?" question?
Oh, I hate that question.
It's so tricky.
Yeah, because if you say a number that's too low, you're selling yourself short. But if you aim too high, you might scare them off.
Exactly. It's a lose-lose situation.
Right.
So Luke used a technique from the source to deflect that question
Oh, smart.
and instead steer the conversation towards his accomplishments and the value he brings to the company.
So he focused on like showcasing his worth
Exactly.
instead of getting caught up in a numbers game.
Exactly.
Smart.
Yeah.
Did he mention any other strategies that helped him seal the deal?
Oh, absolutely. He really emphasized the importance of getting everything in writing.
Oh, okay.
You know, verbal agreements are great,
Yeah,
but they can easily get lost in the shuffle.
sure.
Having a written agreement protects both you and your employer.
Yeah.
It ensures that everyone's on the same page.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of the moment
Right.
and forget those little details.
Exactly. Those details are important.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of excitement, let's shift gears to our second strategy,
Okay.
making money on the side.
Side hustles.
Side hustles. Imagine having an extra $1,000 a month.
Ooh, that would be nice.
What would that do for you?
Oh, man. Like so many things.
Pay off some debt, maybe.
Yeah, definitely pay off some debt.
Take that dream vacation you've always wanted.
Oh, yeah. Or just like have a little bit more peace of mind.
Exactly. That financial security is so valuable.
It really is. It's funny you say that because I was just thinking about how much less stressed I'd be
Yeah,
if I knew I had that extra cushion each month.
absolutely.
But to be honest, the whole idea of a side hustle just feels kind of overwhelming.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
Like, where do you even begin?
Well, first you got to ditch that myth that it's all about endless blogging or posting on social media all day long.
Okay, so not just like random acts of hustle.
Right. It's not about that. Our source really emphasizes the importance of a systematic approach.
So it's about being strategic.
Precisely.
Okay.
Instead of trying to be everything to everyone, the
Mhm.
key is to find a specific problem you can solve
Right.
for a specific group of people.
Okay, so like become an expert in something specific.
Exactly. Become the go-to person for a niche market.
Okay, that feels a lot less daunting than trying to like conquer the entire internet.
Right. It's about focusing your energy
Yeah.
and becoming really good at one thing.
Our source mentioned something about finding 3 paying clients
Oh, yeah.
as a kind of validation point.
Yes. That's a brilliant way to test the viability of your idea
Right.
without getting bogged down in complex marketing strategies.
So like if you can find 3 people willing to pay for your service,
You know you're onto something.
you're on the right track.
Exactly.
And it's amazing to see all the different ways people are making money with side hustles.
It really is.
Like the source talks about everything from pet grooming
Mhm.
to like teaching cats to use the toilet.
I know. It's amazing, right?
It's crazy.
Who would have thought?
It just goes to show you that you don't need a fancy degree or tech skills to start making money.
You really don't.
So we've gone from maximizing your current job's earning potential with raises
Right.
to exploring the exciting world of side hustles.
Uh-huh.
And now I think it's time to jump into the deep end,
All right, let's do it.
starting an online business.
This is where things get really interesting.
Right, because this is where we move beyond just trading our time for money
Exactly.
and tap into the potential for like scalability.
And dare I say it, passive income?
Ooh, passive income.
I know it's a buzzword, but it's a real thing.
Okay, but we have to be realistic, right?
Absolutely.
Like building a successful online business takes time and effort.
It does. It takes work
Strategy.
and strategy.
Right.
You can't just expect to set it and forget it.
So it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
Definitely not.
Our source actually gets pretty real about this.
Yeah, they do.
They share their own personal story,
Uh-huh.
going from being a broke college student
Yeah.
to a successful online entrepreneur.
They built a multi-million-dollar business.
It's really inspiring.
It is.
And they paint a very clear picture of like the dream versus the reality.
Right. They don't sugarcoat it,
Right.
which I appreciate. They
Yeah.
acknowledge the challenges, but they also emphasize the incredible rewards. Like the freedom and flexibility of being your own boss.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big one.
It is.
And like you said, the potential for passive income.
Exactly. And the ability to create something that truly impacts the world.
I like that. And they share some really interesting insights into choosing the right business model.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, for example, You might think that creating and selling online courses wouldn't be that profitable.
Right.
But they actually show that it can be incredibly lucrative.
It can be, especially compared to other models like selling physical products or relying on ad revenue.
So why is that?
Well, it's all about leverage.
Okay.
With online courses, you're essentially creating a product once and then selling it multiple times.
Right.
Without having to reinvent the wheel for each new customer.
Okay, that makes sense.
Of course, there's work involved in marketing and maintaining the course.
Right.
But the scalability potential is huge.
It's kind of like writing a book.
Exactly.
You put in all the work up front,
Yeah.
but then it can keep generating income for years to come.
Exactly. And you know what I love?
Okay.
The examples they give are so inspiring.
Oh, yeah, they are.
We're talking about courses on everything from toilet training cats
Yeah.
to saving money at Disney World.
It's amazing what people are teaching online these days.
It really is.
And it really encourages you to think creatively and consider what unique knowledge or skills you have that could be turned into an online course.
It doesn't have to be something super technical or complicated.
Right.
It just has to solve a problem or fulfill a need for a specific audience.
Okay, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let's do a quick recap.
Okay, sounds good.
We've covered 3 powerful strategies for making more money. Negotiating a raise, starting a side hustle, and launching an online business.
It's quite a toolkit.
It is. And it's not about choosing one right path.
Right.
It's about finding the strategy or strategies that best align with your goals, your skills, and your risk tolerance.
Exactly. It's about finding what works for you.
And remember, you don't have to do everything at once.
No, definitely not.
Just start with one small step.
That's all it takes.
Whether it's updating your resume, brainstorming side hustle ideas, or researching different online business models.
Yeah, the key is to take action.
Right.
And start moving towards your financial goals.
One step at a time.
Exactly.
It's easy to get caught up thinking you need some big groundbreaking idea to make it online.
Right.
Yeah.
You see all these success stories and think it has to be something super complicated.
Yeah, but reading through the source material, it really stood out to me. How simple some of these profitable online courses really are.
Oh, for sure. Like, remember that toilet training cats course?
Yeah.
It sounds crazy.
It does.
But clearly there's a market for it.
I mean, people are making money from it.
Exactly. It just goes to show sometimes those offbeat ideas are the ones that really take off.
It's like that saying, the riches are in the niches, or something like that.
And you know what's interesting?
What's that?
It challenges those self-limiting beliefs we often have.
Oh, yeah?
Like that little voice in your head that says, my ideas aren't good enough, or nobody would pay for that.
Oh, I think we all have that voice to some extent.
We do, we do.
It's just about learning how to quiet it down.
Exactly. And hearing these success stories helps.
Yeah, it really does make you rethink what's possible.
The source emphasized that every successful business started with an idea.
Right.
That someone somewhere thought was worth pursuing.
Yeah.
So if you have a passion or a skill that you think could help others, don't dismiss it so quickly.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into making more money, I want to leave you with something to ponder.
Okay, I like it.
What's one skill or piece of knowledge you have, something you might even take for granted, that other people might be willing to pay for?
I like that.
It could be anything.
It really could.
Maybe you're amazing at organizing closets, or baking sourdough bread, or teaching someone how to code a website.
Anything.
And that's the exciting part, isn't it?
It is.
It's not about becoming a millionaire overnight.
Right.
It's about taking those first steps.
Yeah.
Exploring those possibilities.
Absolutely.
And embracing the journey.
I love that.
Of increasing your earning potential.
You have the power to create a richer life. Both financially and in terms of personal fulfillment.
So don't underestimate the value of what you have to offer.
That's such a good point.
All right, so there you have it. 3 powerful strategies to boost your income.
Let's recap.
Negotiating a raise.
1.
Starting a side hustle.
2.
And launching an online business.
3.
We've given you the tools and the inspiration.
Now it's time to take action.
Remember, even small steps can lead to big changes.
You get out there and make it happen.
That's it for this deep dive.
Until next time.
Keep exploring those fascinating corners of knowledge.
Yeah.
And keep reaching for your goals.
We'll be here to guide you along the way.
See you next time.